let us discuss two ways that you can read the Berserk manga. One you might find quite controversial, and the second you might find very familiar. And in this short video, I'll list them out to you guys. Bear in mind that each method has its disadvantages and advantages, and this video is just me giving out alternatives. So let us begin. If you really want to read Berserk in a straight-laced manner or experience it in a different way, I would suggest you start out from the Golden Age arc, which is chapter 9 to chapter 94 in the manga. Then once you've done that, you read chapters 1 till 9 to experience the Black Swordsman arc in all its beauty, and then finally start reading from chapter 95 onwards. From that point on, it's pretty straightforward, going from Lost Children to the Millennium Falcon arc. Now let me clarify one thing. This way of reading Berserk isn't highly recommended, but for people who have watched the movies and the 97 anime and want to experience Berserk in a similar manner, this works well in introducing them to the manga, as it is the same story but narrated in a more expansive way without leaving out any details. This method of reading Berserk can also work to edge out some of the gory details that were prevalent during the Black Swordsman arc, and gives readers a slow dive into the insanity that is Berserk instead of a headlong jump, taking cue from the previous point. This method also reduces the shock that many viewers experience when reading chapter 1 for the first time, as that chapter can potentially either draw the reader in or just make them hate Berserk or disregard it as just another smut manga. Now the problems with this method are as follows. You need to have somewhat of a knowledge base regarding manga and how it works, or have someone tailor this method for you. Besides that, it is not feasible. If you don't have the two alternatives, then it is not feasible for you to read in such a manner, as the manga chapters I've mentioned start mid-volume, so finding that chapter out can be quite problematic for physical viewers and might potentially spoil you. While this method does take away the gorier details from you, if you're generally uncomfortable reading dark fantasy and seinen manga, this method won't work, as the start of the Golden Age arc is in a happy-go-lucky paradise. It's filled with a different form of violence and can potentially disturb you. Now let's move on to the next method. This method of reading Berserk follows the method in which Kentaro Miura published the chapters. It starts out from the Black Swordsman arc, then goes to a backstory with the Golden Age arc, and then the Lost Children arc, and so on. This method has its advantages as it gives readers a fiery introduction to Berserk and gets the readers excited with the events that are about to unfold. It hooks us and enables us to keep on reading, thinking about what the man with the huge sword will do. The entire arc is madness in its entirety, and it doesn't shy away from the gory details. Moreover, it culminates with the introduction of our antagonist Griffith into the story of Berserk. With the Golden Age arc, we then get to see Guts' backstory unfold, which connects the dot between the Golden Age Guts and the Black Swordsman Guts. Now the problem I have with this method is that it introduces Griffith too early. By the Golden Age arc, we know that this is the man who was present in that MC Escher staircase setting. However, that is not that big of a deal, as the events that unfold during the eclipse are without a doubt shocking. Any form of betrayal that we might have cooked up in our head leading up to that point doesn't come close to the events of the eclipse. However, I still feel that this method just introduces too much shock value, which can potentially scare readers away or make them think the things I've mentioned in the previous section of this video. So that's about it. I really hope that you're enjoying the mid-tier content that I'm putting out these days. I apologize for that, but still, it is what it is. So thanks for watching.